still having trouble with my power steering, but nonetheless, let's learn a little bit. We don't learn much in Noam Elimelech. I learn it every Shabbos by the Shabbos Day Suda, but that's obviously not recording that. So let's learn. Mishpatim, beginning of Parshas. Mishpatim, Book of Exodus, chapter 21. Parshas Smichas v'leisalo b'malus al mizbech yeshel iskaler b'azcha olav Mishpatim. So the Heilige Rebbe Melech Schussi Yigolin Klsmein, he wants to explain what the end of the last chapter of chapter 20, which says you should not go up on steps up onto my altar in order to, and that might lead to you revealing your nakedness upon it, and these are the laws, meaning that there had to be a ramp. This way they don't have to pick up their feet to go up steps and see under their robes. Nearly. Seems to me like this, says the Heilige Melech. It says in the Psalms, I will praise the name of God with song, and I will make it great, aggrandize, meaning the name of God, with thanksgiving. Dehine, behold. There are two attributes, two ways in the attributes of the righteous saints. The Hainu. It is as follows: Yesh tzadik shehoilech tamid b'madrega b'deveikus b'Hashem Yisborach. There's a tzaddik, there's a saint that's always walking constantly in a level, again, b'madregas, like steps of connection to the blessed Lord. U'mishabeach tamid b'shiras v'sishbachos, and he's constantly praising God with songs and songs of praise. And when some benefit comes to this tzaddik, this saint, from God, may be blessed, then he has more connection to God, to the blessed Lord, and he recognizes God's greatness even more. Yisborach may be blessed. Mishabeach labari Yisborach b'yoser hadvekus boy b'yoser cheshkus, and he praises the Creator, the blessed Creator, with more attachment to Him and with more desire. It's not that he's thanking God more for that benefit that He granted him, Yosef Mikedem, more than before. Meaning his liturgical devotions are the same in their form, but in their depth, in their feeling, he has more desire and connection and emotional connections to it. And there's someone who's not on this level, he recognizes God's benefit, he thanks God, the blessed Creator, for the benefit that He made for him, and because he recognizes more, so he says more words, he puts more form into his praise. So what's the difference between the praises of these two types of saints? So the first tzaddik, who doesn't change his liturgy, but he changes his emotions, like we said above, Hu Madrega Gadola, that's a higher level. It's not proper for him to elevate more in his levels than what he has at this time, at the time of the praise for Hatila and the praise. The different types of praise. When he lifts himself higher on this level, as I magbir sheflusai kenegdai, so he's lifting up his own lowliness against him. So he starts to have all kinds of ulterior motives and foreign improper thoughts. May God protect us. But if he's praising because of the recognition of the benefit, then, and as much as he is able to recognize this more, then he's able to praise more, and it doesn't harm him. That's what it means. You shouldn't go up on steps on my altar. Nowadays, we don't have the temple, so instead of bringing sacrifices, we have... What are you doing? Stop throwing stuff at me.
Dino.
No, it's not. That's in the place of the sacrifice. The Hainu Shu Mekarav Atzmai means that the praises that we offer in the place of the sacrifice, or instead of the sacrifice, but over the sacrifices, they did offer praises like this. So the Hainu Shu Mekarav Atzmai, because what does it mean a sacrifice? The Hebrew word for sacrifice means korban, to bring close. He brings himself closer. In a way, he sacrifices himself, but also, more simply put, he brings himself closer to God. And that's called an altar. That's what it says, don't go up in steps. Meaning when you're praising God, singing songs and hymns of praise, that's in the place of a sacrifice. On my altar, don't go up on levels that are higher than your regular level. So not to reveal your nakedness on it, because you're going to bring up your own lowliness, and you're going to fall into ulterior motives and be distracted. Like we said, Mishpatim, that's what we connect to this. These are the laws that you should